What's up, guys? I am going to be showing you how I made my ennard-goldy plush. So I've already kind of started. I got a normal goldy plush. I've colored the eyes in purple already from when the just for that quick scene at the end of episode 5, where Goldie looks up at the camera, showing that it's now ennard inside Goldie's body. So I colored the eyes purple already, but I haven't done anything else with them, and that's what we're going to do today. I've made other custom plushies before, like my Phantom Freddy here, custom Phantom Freddy, where I changed the eyes and I obviously colored green. All of them made him look like he's kind of crying this green sort of ooze and these veiny greens or whatever. I made all the other sort of Phantom ones there, like Phantom Chica and whatever. But yeah, this is my first sort of custom plush. I've got a few things here. I've got the fabric markers, which are going to be obviously for colouring, change the colours and drawing on the plushes. And these are actually great. I recommend these for anyone who wants to do any sort of custom plushes. So yeah, this should kind of go without saying, but you probably shouldn't click this video if you don't want to get spoiled, obviously. Because it already is kind of spoiled, and I just dropped that. Yeah, so I used this kind of purple for his eyes, and I used purple because Ennard's eyes are purple, like he has like a purpley eye, and it's kind of just a rule of thumb in FNAF to use purple eyes when you're symbolizing anything, you know, William related. It's kind of a running theme. So yeah, that's why I used purple. So my idea for this plush is it's showing, I want his chest here, where it's going to get kind of scooped. This is where the scooper kind of goes in and scoops his chest out, and that's where Ennard kind of slips in here. And I've thought about maybe doing something with the mouth as well, kind of going down to the chest there, but I'm not entirely sure on the mouth here. So I've got some wiring here. I'm going to use that to have wiring kind of coming out of the arms and twisting around the arms. And having that kind of all over the chest, maybe, and you know, like how it is in Ennard's kind of actual body. So that's what my idea for that. I'm gonna basically cut off the casing and use these wires here, to you know, show that, have that kind of going out of the body in all different sort of directions. So let's get started. So I'm gonna start with black fabric pen, if I can even get it out. There we go. So I'm going to start with the black. I'm going to basically go over the chest. Yeah, so I'm going to go over this chest here, and we're going to make this entirely black. It's going to be a bit rough at the minute. It's going to be rough at the start. I'm just going to do a basic coloring and go through it later. Go on and deal it later, obviously. But yeah, we'll just start with just coloring it a basic black. Nothing too fancy. And I am still sick, by the way. I did put out a post after when I released episode 5 that I am sick. So if I sound like shit, well, now you know why. Alright, there we go. So it's a bit rough at the minute, but I just got a bit on his leg there. I can just kind of try and rub off, but a bit rough at the minute, but that's okay. We can I put a little bit more there. We can tidy it up a little bit later when it dries a bit more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of draw these kind of cracks that go outwards onto the leg a little bit there, and that's where obviously where all the damage is spread out after the scooper is hit. I'll put some on both sides. And this is kind of showing. This is actually a little bit. This reminds me a little bit of Shattered Freddy from the Ruin DLC. This is legit what it reminds me of. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm going for. I'll do a bit more under the bow tie there. I don't have to do entirely under the bow tie because it's not really going to be seen. Anyway, I'm going to keep the bow tie on. There we go. I might put like a button or something in the middle to show where Ennard's red button is, but I don't know. We'll see. There we go. So there we go. So we got kind of it like that. It's a bit rough at the minute, but I can tidy it up later. That's kind of what I'm going for. This is the chest area where Ennard is, the scooper has ripped open Goldie and ennard slithers in. This is the idea I'm going for. There we go. So that's a good start. This is going to take quite a bit to dry, but it should be fine. Okay, so I have some wiring here, some old wiring, and I'm basically going to cut the casing off. I have a Stanley knife here that is hella rusty and probably gives me tetanus if I cut myself with it, so that'll be fun. Right, so I'm going to cut this casing off, and we're going to take the wires out and essentially get the wires out and put that around Golden Freddy here. Alright, there we go. So I've just cut some of the casing off, and we can get some of these wires here. They're a bit old, so the color has actually faded a little bit on especially the red. But it should be okay. I should be able to cut this off and use it anyhow. Yeah, so the casing, the casing's coming off. That's not too bad, but the wires are a bit dated, and some of the colors kind of come off. But that's okay. It should still be fine. We can still use this definitely. I'll just get this casing off. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so this should be good. Yeah, the orange has definitely come off a lot more than the blue, but that's fine. That's fine. Alright, there we go. So what I want is I want some like withering on the arms and legs, and I'm going to have the wires kind of coming out of the arms and wrapping around from the withering. Kind of like what the withered animatronics look like, them kind of holes that are in the arms and legs. I kind of am going to go for that. So I'm going to get my black marker here, and I've just put my hand on that, so it's still a bit wet, so I might not want to touch this too much. So I'm going to kind of put sort of withering on the arm here. This is just showing more sort of damages that Goldie has endured. Which, to be fair, in my show, Goldie is really old. Like, he's canonically really old. He should be more withered anyway, but like even before all the sister location stuff, technically he should be withered Golden Freddy. So that means he should actually be missing an ear and having exposed wiring already, but you know, whatever. I'll have some on the legs there and under the arm here. That should be good. I think I'll have maybe one at the side of the face. Maybe a little bit of a hole at the side of the face. There we go. Obviously, these little holes won't have been caused by the scooper. They'll just be Ennard sort of poking out with his wires. There we go. So, obviously, I can't do too much until all that dries. Okay, so I've put the sort of wires on the arm there, and the ink is still a little wet. It's a little damp, but it's mostly dry. I've left it for a little bit, and that should be okay. So what I'm going to do with the rest of these wires is I'm going to start to twist these, actually. I'm going to put these on his body, like all around his body. I kind of want some behind his ear, and I want to create the effect of it coming out of like his neck, kind of like at the back of his neck and back, like how you see in the sister location games. That sort of wiring that comes out. I kind of want to recreate that. Okay, so I've taken the wires here, and I want to put kind of like behind his ear, like that. If I can probably glue that on to the back of his ear, and I can bend all the wires however I want it. I think so it looks like it's sort of coming out of his head, behind his ear. I think I want to go for that. Obviously, I need some glue to glue it on, but I think that would actually be pretty cool. Okay, so I have some of the wrapped wiring here, and I'm gonna wrap this around his arm. I've redone this wiring on the arm here, and I want to redo like that. There we go. So it's a bit more than just rings. Before it looks like just rings around his arm, but that looks a little bit better in that it's more messed up, and it looks like it's kind of coming out of the hole on his arm, which is the effect I want to create. Anyway, and I have an orange one here that's kind of faded, but it'll work. I'm going to decide to do the same thing here and wrap it around and twist it sort of around the arm there. Alright, there we go. So we have some wires around his arm there. I like that. And I want these wires here. I thought about maybe having wires going kind of from the chest, but I'm not really sure how well that would look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put wires sort of around his neck and coming out sort of behind him, like his back here. Sort of like that, like how it was in the sister location games. And have that sort of coming out behind him. Kind of like octopus legs or something. Octopus arms or something like that. And I can have them bending however which way I want, which would be good for the show. And have the ones behind the ear as well, the wires behind the ear as well. And so I have some glue. I'm going to glue sort of just above his bow tie there some wires that'll wrap around from the back of his bow tie all the way around to around his neck and to the back there, like that. That's sort of what I've gone for. I'm going to do the same with the orange wire here. There we go. So just like that, I'm going to let that dry sitting down there. And I've got some glue here. I'm going to put that this glue on these wires here. I'm going to put this. It's a bit already on the cap there. I'm going to put this behind his ear like so. Just a little bit, don't need much. And then I can stick these wires sort of coming out behind his ear. Like that. Stick it down. There you go, sort of sticking to my finger. Oh, like that. There we go. There we go. That should be good. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to go away, get a cup of tea or something, and I'll be back when this dries. Alright. Alright, I'm back. It's been a little bit. The glue should have dried. I think it has. Seems to be able to move it and stuff without falling. So we've got wires going up from the back there. We've got wires on the arm. We've got wires on the back. We have the whole scooped out bit in the middle. That's pretty good. I want to just color in a little bit around the eye here. I want to have like his eye sort of cracking a bit as well, just to show more of a facial change from Goldie to this ennard-goldy. Like that. There we go. Again, reminds me of something out of Ruin, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. There we go. And I thought about doing something across the mouth here, maybe like having like an open mouth type thing, kind of like how it is with ennard, but I'm not really sure how good that'll look. And obviously this is permanent, so anything I do with these fabric pen markers, I can't rub out. So yeah, that's kind of stuck if I do that. I'm pretty happy with the chest though. That's not too bad. I like the wires and the parts, and I'm content with everything else. I thought about maybe having wires sort of coming out the middle there. All right, so where did I put that knife? Oh, hey, Huggy. Hey, can I have that back, please? Huggy, give me the knife, Huggy. Jeez. All right, sorry about that. All right, so I'm gonna cut off a bit more wiring to have within the back there. All right, there we go. So I cut off a bit more wiring. I'm gonna have this kind of wrapping around the leg, having that spiral sort of look around the leg. And I think that should kind of be everything. And obviously, right at the end, I'll show as best I can kind of a full sort of review of the character so far. But I think this turned out pretty good. I think this has turned out not too bad. And this is kind of the first character that I'm doing kind of on my own. Like, this character doesn't exist in the games. There are fan art of this sort of golden ennard, but I think this is pretty good. a custom that I've pretty much made up fully on my own. So we have the wires. Let me just actually move the light. There we go. So we have, just backing up a little bit, we have the face, we have the purple eyes with the sort of cracked left eye. We have the sort of scooped middle part where the scooper did most of the damage. We have wires coming out, going around his leg there. We have it all sort of cracked around the side. We have wires just above the bow tie that wrap around to the back. We have wires going all the way out from his left arm there and all the way around the back there. That's obviously coming up from the arm. We have the wires wrapping around the back there. 2 wires sort of tangled coming out of the back with the withered sort of hole in the back there as well. And then as we go around there, we've got other little withered holes in his arms and legs all the way around. And then right at the face, we have back at the purple eyes, the cracked eye. We have wires coming from the back ear, and obviously the back of his head there. And yeah, I think this is pretty good. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I might add some other little pieces, other little things. If I do, I'll you know, put it in like a post or something. And what is going on with his eyebrow there? he was like doing a weird sort of thing. There we go. So yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. And this is a stunt double Golden Freddy. This is my main Golden Freddy. I did buy another Golden Freddy to do this with, obviously. The best name I've sort of come up with him is ennard-goldy. That seems to make the most sense to me. If you got a better name, let me know. But yeah, I think this is pretty good, and I can't wait for y'all to see him in the main show. So that's all from me. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it enjoyable, and I'll see you in the next one.